With Christmas being just a little bit over a week away and the end of 2022 being several weeks away, many people are questioning whether or not SafeMoon will deliver on anything else besides the pSafeMoon migration, which is SafeMoon that exists over on the Ethereum side. And what we're seeing over here in Discord is something that can raise some questions, suggesting possibly there is more potential, but it's very obscure, and this is a very common trend that we've seen with the SafeMoon CEO, and that obscurity is what has also divided the community a bit, because people, especially right now, I feel most people would just like to have clarification and have transparency, have honesty, just be very forthcoming. Now, legally, maybe there's still some things that they can't talk about publicly with this stuff, but let us know what you guys think about all this down in the comments below. Also, in this video, there's a couple of things that are drama related regarding SafeMoon, so we're going to be talking about that as well, just so you guys are aware of what else is happening behind the scenes with things, and make of it what you guys will. Again, I am not a financial advisor. I mentioned this in my other videos. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please go do your own research. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into the news. First up here is over in the SafeMoon Discord, we can see that one individual, Damasta27, said, "We getting any other Christmas gifts, Captain?" And in response to that, Amiku, Survivor, says, "Let's not spoil the surprises if there are any." And you would think that, okay, that's a simple enough response to that, but John Karony decided that he wanted to chime in with this as well. And so it's a GIF. It's here of Leonardo DiCaprio, and what is he doing? He's raising up his glass. And in the background there, what do you guys see? You guys see the SafeMoon logo. So he's suggesting like a cheers kind of moment, but it's got like a smirk on his face. It's got SafeMoon written in the background there. So I don't know if he's strictly saying this as a like, yeah, let's not spoil any surprises if there are any, like, hey, thanks for saying that. I don't know if that's what he's saying here. It's very obscure. Again, and this, I think a lot of people are going to look at it and they're going to think that, oh, maybe there is actually something that's going to be coming around Christmas time. Something besides the pSafeMoon. The migration over for the version 2. And what I really want to point out to you guys too is that keep in mind that what you're seeing here is a meme GIF, which many people would interpret also as like a joke, potentially in the context of what he said here. But this was inside of the Serious Chat channel. So again, posting something that's obscure and not clear, but in the Serious Chat channel. I'm very well maybe overreading this, but from my perspective view, again, because I share my opinions on these things, but I also try to make it really clear to you guys that I'm just one individual sharing his opinion, and I get to have my voice when I talk on the video. So potentially it comes across as having a little bit more weighted value, but I always encourage you guys to share your thoughts in the comments down below on this stuff too. And I'm also a holder of SafeMoon. I've been talking about SafeMoon for like a year and a half now. To me, this is very contradictory. I don't know why posting meme type things and not being so clear and transparent inside of the Serious Chat, it just doesn't seem like it's the right place or the right time to be doing something like that. So what do you guys think for that? Do you guys think that he's trying to give a little bit of a clue here that there is a nice little surprise right around the corner? Or do you think that he was simply doing this to kind of feed into that conversation of like, oh yeah, let's not spoil any surprises because we don't want to set up expectations? So I don't have a cup in front of me. I guess I'll pull up these walnuts. Cheers to not trying to set expectations for everyone. I don't know. He didn't say any words with this, right? All right, so that's the first part. Let's move on to the next thing. Speaking about the pSafeMoon migration from version 1 to version 2, there was something very interesting that was noted over on social media here. Let's go ahead and start with this first. So we have an individual from Discord saying it's about the failed version 1 migration. And John Karony responded to that and said it's about helping those who had difficulties migrating from version 1 to version 2. So John Karony's trying to talk about saying, hey, we found a solution for the pSafeMoon. There was issues, essentially. I mean, he's not saying this directly here. This is my interpretation of it. And because of those issues, we found a solution, able to get people over to version 2. So therefore, we do now have an alternative for the pSafeMoon instead of it just being sitting there continuously and there's nothing that can be done about it, and those people got screwed over. They found something that creates that channel for the people with pSafeMoon, right? So to clarify, again, what he directly said, it's about helping those who had difficulties migrating from version 1 to version 2. Over on Twitter, what we have from an individual here pointing out, they said, SafeMoon is now nearly 1 year later, offering to give people's hijacked tokens back on the condition that they don't take SafeMoon to court. The value of the token is 86% lower. By April 2022, over 50,000 people had lost a combined $5 million from the tax, which SafeMoon withdrew. To mention that the price of cryptocurrency is down, and to use that in arguments about why a crypto is not a good crypto or a bad crypto, to me, I think that's kind of unfair, because that's not based on in its entirety of what the actions are internally from the company, unless there are instances where they pull things such as liquidity. I'm just saying this is a broad essence here right now to clarify for everybody. But you see it too commonly on social media. They try to show pictures of the chart and the price is down substantially, right? Well, okay, Bitcoin is down almost 3% today. It was $69,000. You look at the price chart of that over the course of the year, and that's the number one biggest crypto, the one that considerably should be considered the safest. I know I just said considered a couple times there. And you take a look at a lot of the other cryptocurrencies, you're going to see similar trends. A massive decline over the course of the year. This has been an insane year for so many different reasons. Regardless of that, let's go ahead and go back over to the main subject matter, the main point of what this person is saying in this post, which is in regards to the migration. They're identifying that these people that had these tokens were basically hijacked tokens. The perception of that is largely because these people with the pSafeMoon, they were left high and dry. They couldn't do anything for approximately a year, while the SafeMoon that was on the Ethereum side was locked up. And while the SafeMoon that was over on the Binance Smart Chain side, that actually had a version 2. People were able to migrate over with that. And then as we can see inside of this graphic image, this highlighting from what appears to be migrate.safemoon.com, there's a checkbox here. And so you have to click that in order to request the migration to be completed. And by this, it says, by participating in this migration completion program and by checking this box, you agree that by virtue of establishing, developing, and implementing this migration completion program, SafeMoon does not admit any legal liability with respect to the version 1 to version 2 migration, including without limitation liability under any securities, consumer protection, or other statutory or regulatory provision, or any provision of the common law of any jurisdiction or breach of contract. So yeah, they just straight up went legal right here. And we can see one individual responding saying, yeah, that won't hold up in court. And someone else saying, there it is, that's what I was looking for, the gotcha. So essentially what these people and several other individuals are looking at this as is, oh, they're doing this as a way to try and get out of having any kind of legal attacks against them in court. There's already several things going on in the court. One of those court cases, I do want to stress this out, was actually dismissed. So that worked in favor of the SafeMoon company, the SafeMoon team. There are still other court cases that are out there, though. But in at least one instance, there is a court case that was against SafeMoon that was dismissed, and there was nothing bad that seemed to come out of it against SafeMoon themselves. So take that into consideration with everything else as well. Okay? So I'm just trying to lay everything out for you guys. Again, you guys make your own decisions, your own perceptions on all this stuff, and go do additional research beyond what I'm saying here. And then we also have David B. Smith, who is lately going on quite a bit of a tear against not just so much SafeMoon, but more specifically against John Karony himself. David B. Smith, a former employee of SafeMoon, as well as a relative of John Karony himself, And so we've seen several issues within the company with John's family. Again, make that of what you guys will. You pick your own side on this. But basically, in this little playthrough video here, David B. Smith was making a meme. And he has some audio in the background, but I don't want to get copyrighted with this stuff. And you guys can see that the price of SafeMoon is bouncing around a ton, and then it just drops quite a bit. And then there's a short little video here of John Karony inside of a, like, what looks like a hotel room. And it was more or less saying that he's the problem. See? So it's like, I'm the problem, it's me. So David is trying to really point to the fact here, suggestively, that it's John Karony, unless he's trying to highlight the individual in the back there, which I think that might be Joshua Chilcutt. I can't really fully tell. Maybe you guys know who that individual is in the back there, but the focus of the video here appears to be on John. So definitely some strain and issues going on between them. And then we can also see David posting here, people too stupid to understand they've been lied to for over a year, giving life advice. And then also in reference to that post that I just showed you guys over on that other side. So there you go. There's the latest of what's going on with SafeMoon. On one hand, it does look like there is a possibility we could see something getting released around Christmas time, maybe before the end of the year. And that's just basing it off of this suggestively good gif of Leonardo DiCaprio raising his glass from John Karony in response to let's not spoil the surprises if there are any, right? Cheers, kind of a thing. I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be anything. Before this little gif, my expectations were, and I think a lot of other people's were, that we were not going to be seeing anything coming by the end of the year. I would say at this point, even after this video, you should have the same expectations. Don't expect that there's going to be anything released from SafeMoon before the end of the year. It'd be nice if something did come of it, but the odds of it at this point, I don't think we're going to see it. For the same reasons I was mentioning before. I think the SafeMoon orbital shield has to be completed first, and then after that, we could see the card and the exchange and the blockchain and a lot of these other things come out as just sort of like the integration level of the SOS falls into place with all that stuff. Okay, that's what I got for you guys in this video. It actually ended up being a bit longer than what I had planned on doing, but I wanted to go into details on several of these other things. And sorry if you guys feel like I'm being a futter because I'm even covering some of this stuff, but hey, I think it's important that you see what's going on and you guys go make your own decisions on these things, and you're not being like trapped in just this one specific channel for this stuff. And I try to be as open on my point of view on all of this stuff as well. So very interesting to see how stuff is being presented, but nothing seems totally clear to me. And at the end of the day, whatever's going on in the courts, let the courts handle it. Let the results speak for themselves there. And anyone that's doing anything illegal, nefarious, I hope that they are held accountable. That's if anyone is doing anything illegal or nefarious. There's a couple puzzle pieces that I haven't seen fit into place that just fully connects the dots. So that's where I'm at kind of on all this stuff. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you disagree with me. Either way, that's okay. I still love you guys. I still hope you're having a good day. I still cover other cryptocurrencies on this channel as well. I hope you guys are continuing to do well in your lives. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. Double shout out thank you to WeLoveSafeMoon.com, Victor Vegas, SafeMoon Oz for being higher level patrons. Also, thank you to my YouTube members for your support. And if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up, like button. God bless, and we will see you in the next episode.